Welcome back, everyone, to Piney Plays a Stout Minstrel. I have found Swina here, and I'm going to find out how he's doing against the goblins. Hello there. Many goblins yet?
I'm not sure Khazad-dûm can be restored. The orcs have surely ruined it.
Bosley wants me to return to the Chamber of Crossroads? I can't do that now. There are goblins next to you. Come, fight by my side. Let us fight together. Well, I suppose it's better than making him fight alone. Here you go. Just making sure that the... Now for you. Oh well. There, you're down. You're down. I have to finish. Thank you, my friend. Return to Lord Bosley and tell him that these goblins have long memories. Yeah, they do. Well then, I guess that means back to Bosley. We dealt with the goblins, and I think he's going to return back before he runs into too many more.
Thank you for saving Swaina, from the goblins and from himself.
I'm glad, for Swin is strong of arm and valiant. He will have need of him in the many days to come. I hope he does not get himself into trouble before then. I've read more of the Book of Mazarbul. Ooh.
I am worried that the account in the Book of Mazarbul might happen again.
It is worse than I expected, Pineveer. Balin's final lot was grim. I have not yet read all of it, but there's much that we should take as a warning. They were greatly outnumbered. Just must seem not to know it until it was too late. Return to the Chamber of Leadership off in the 21st Hall in Zelim-Melek and tell my cousin Broger that to be more cautious. I'm worried that if we do not take lessons from Balin's expedition, we may be doomed to its fate. Perhaps I'm overreacting. Indeed, I hope that this is the case. Regardless, bring my warning to Broger as quickly as you may. Very well. I shall warn Broger. Bosley was reading the book, and he thinks we're in danger.
Bosley is worried for nothing. This time will be different.
Yes, my cousin is always worried too much. Balin came to a bad end, yes, and this time it will be different. Look at all the victories we've already had, and in so short a time. We'll all be fine, Pinevader. Do not heed Bosley's groundless worrying. He always does this. Moria has cost us so much already. Surely the worst is behind us. Okay. You've been speaking too much to the foreman.
My
right?
nephew has come up with a daring plan. You should ask him about it.
Yes, my nephew conceived a diversionary strike against a certain hall in the deeps to draw the orcs of the White Hand from their camp. This way, a second group could enter the camp and defeat the leader. Yes, it will be dangerous for both groups, but it's a good plan. Imagine it. With one axe blow, we will cut off the head of the White Hand presence in Moria. Both these fears will be assuaged in the face of such a victory. Will you help my nephew, Bori, with the preparations for the strike? He grieves still for Broin, and feels that he must earn honor doubly for himself and for my slain son. If this strike is successful, he will have done so. All right. So, what are these preparations?
We need weapons and armor that can be repaired or melted down.
Yes, even if my plan does go smoothly, both groups of dwarves will be in danger. Orcs of the White Hand are deadly, and they're sure to be fighting. We're low on equipment, though, and certainly lack the armor and weapons my two teams will require. If you can find dented armor, broken blades, and cracked shields of orcs throughout Zelim-Melek, the Red Horn Lows, and within their camps, this equipment might be repaired. If they are too damaged, we can melt them down and use them to make new weapons and armor. In either case, it will be able to equip my teams with the weapons and armor victory will require. Okay, I'll gather that. And what else do I need?
My plan requires as many courageous dwarves as will volunteer.
I will need the help of the bravest dwarves of this company if my plans to succeed, Pinefeeder. One group will make a feint against the guarded junction on the eastern road, and I will lead the other against Stanjnach, the encampment of the White Hand. Speak to the dwarves of the 21st Hall and recruit as many of them as you can for my mission. Bring to their minds the visions of honor and valor, and there will be both in great supply. Once the White Hand is driven from Moria, we will have peace beneath the mountains. Well, okay. And finally, what's the third one?
I need to know the lay of Stosnach if my plan is to succeed.
Yes, one team of dwarves will lead a diversionary strike in the outpost to the eastern road in order to draw the main body of the White Hand orcs out of their camp, Stanjnach. At the same time, a second group will stealthily enter Stanjnach and defeat the White Hand leader. I need information about these locations, Pinefeeder. Examine the strength of the force along the eastern road and become familiar with the layout of Stanjnach. I want you to collect barrels of black powder from within Stanjnach and return them to me. We must deprive them of these dangerous weapons wherever we can. Investigate these locations and return to me with the information you discover. My father is always telling me that the information is among the dwarf's mightiest weapons. How we wield the information you bring back will determine the success of our plan. All right. So let me start out by heading to the Redhorn Lodes and finding those barrels. I managed to make it to the Redhorn Lodes, and now it's time for me to look for those powder kegs. And I'm also been asked to take care of a few other things here while I'm at it. Might as well. Be ashamed to come here and not kill a few orcs along the way, right? Of course. We should thin their ranks out a little bit. Assuming I can find any orcs. They seem to be rather already ready. A bit thin here. Oh, I missed the powder keg. How about that? Well, I guess we'll have to amend that right away. Now, where are the orcs? How about going this way and around? And maybe I'll run into 1, 2, 3, or maybe even a dozen at some point? Ah! Orcs! Here we go. Take care of some White Hand orcs, take care of some Moria orcs, and we have a nice happy team here. Meaning, of course, the dwarves having a nice happy team. I don't think the orcs will have much of a happy team if I go around killing them all over the place. And yes, I thought so. This does give me those dented armors and broken blades I need to get also. Which is what I was assuming, based on memory. You, Baruch-Azad, and is there one there or two? Alright. There you go. Oh, I'm getting some ore here. All sorts of fun stuff I'm getting here. Alright, just making sure that there was nothing really unusual around here. No, just the usual orcs. Nothing to worry about. Are there any more? Ah, well, there is something up there. A powder keg! Yay! Now that I have that powder and all that junk, let's propose a plan to Sigthorn.
Durin's folk will defy Durin's bane.
I already have tasks to do, Pinefeeder. I'm sorry, but I cannot help Bori in this mission. But I respect him for his undertaking. Okay. Well, that means they're all not greatly impressed by it, I guess. Ah, here's Willie. And let's see what his opinion is of this particular task. Hello there, how would you like to go on a mission of glory?
I will help Bori with his errand. Great honor will be ours.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Great honor will be ours. How would you like to go on a mission of honor and glory?
These halls will be great once more.
Do not question my valor, minstrel, but I will not follow young Bori to my death. Lord Broger has already lost his son in this endeavor. Unless someone wiser than Bori leads this mission, I fear that Lord Bosi will lose his son as well. Well, I take it then that he is not particularly optimistic about our chances here. What about this dwarf up here? Would he? Yes, how would you like to go on a mission of Dory for Bori? Lord,
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
I've got a great deal of respect for Bori, of course, but I have enough work to do without casting stones into a net of hornets. Well, yeah, I suppose that is casting a stone into a net of hornets. Let's see. Ah, here's a dwarf up here. Surely he wishes to go on to a mission of glory.
Ozog's folk have not yet fully repaid for their crimes against us.
I'll gladly volunteer for young Bori's mission. The sooner the white hand is cast for Moria, the safer we'll all be. Yes, we've got 2 of them. The good news is that I managed to find the armor, blades, and shields.
Very little of these weapons and armor are salvageable, but they will have to do.
Well, maybe it's not so great news. These will do nicely, Pinefeeder. Just the sort of thing I need in order to equip the teams that we're assembling. Some of these pieces can be repaired, and the rest will be melted down and made into new equipment. All right. And I also managed to convince 2 dwarfs to help us.
Those are all the dwarves who volunteered? No matter, it's fine.
Yes, I know. We'll manage somehow. Now let me go and find that junction for you, all right? The junction is over on this way after this long journey all the way through Nudmelek, where we've got to worry about these crazy marauders here, and I'm not exactly a fan of having to fight these stupid marauders with their tendency to heal, but fortunately this one doesn't have the healing ability. They're like the Taskmasters in that earlier quest that we did when we were doing the learning center, or whatever they called that crazy place. Actually, this one does have the healing ability, so I better be careful. Make sure I use my own healing ability. Of course, if you don't use your healing ability, then you die. Yes. Right. Now, let's see about this one. Really? Make it easy for me. Oh. Stupid totem. Now, let's see. Let's get that up here. Any more orcs? Probably a few more orcs along the way before we get to, because it's a guarded junction, and yes, it is guarded. So we have to kill all those guards that are between me and it. And once we do that, we can get out of this place. There you go. Actually, I think it's not very guarded once you get... Oh, no, there is one more guard here. Yes, and he's even called a guard. Well, let's deal with them. You. Oh. Now you're done. Alright, I think I can now just pick this. I have discovered the deep crossroads. I have founded the guarded junction. I can get back to Bori and we'll be done. The quest text here says to bring the black powder barrels to Bori. I would think that I would have left them over here rather than carrying them all the way to that guarded junction, because it'd be ridiculous to carry them all into Nud Melek, look for the thing, come all the way back here, and then finally give it to him when I was talking to him after I picked them up.
Thank you, friend. I understand the lay of Stasnak slightly better now.
You have done very well, Pinebeard. The information you've brought me will be of great value to carry out my plan. Thank you, my friend. You're welcome.
I need your help, my friend.
Thank you for helping me with the preparations, Pinebeard. I am almost ready, but nay. It's nothing. I am ready. I have a feeling that he would have liked to have a few more with him, right? That's the only thing I could figure out why he had a slight hesitation there. And I've got not bad at all. I'll take that.
It is time now to set my plan into motion.
Ooh, what is the plan? When I give the word, Stilling and Wheelie will set out for the guarded junction on the eastern road. 2 hours after that, they will attack the outpost and attempt to convince the defenders that their force is of much larger size. Meanwhile, you and I will creep towards Stargnach. If I'm correct, the main force of the White Hand Orcs will leave the camp to defend the guarded junction on the eastern road. We will then enter into the camp and find the leader of the White Hand Orcs in Moria. Once he is dead, they will be leaderless and disorganized, and be of little threat to us. Speak with me when you're ready, Pinebeard. If only Broin could be he. See our moment of triumph! Our moment of triumph. Whee! I hope it's a moment of triumph. Will we triumph and send the White Hand Orcs out of Moria? Or will we have a crushing defeat? We'll have to find that out in the next episode of Piney Plays a Stout Minstrel.